Great. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about maple syrup. So I used to live in Canada and I miss maple syrup. So something that we would do is we would go outside when it was snowing, and then usually we would take off the first layer of snow, and then we would like grab a bunch of snow, put it on a bowl, and then put maple syrup on it. So it's kind of like a really natural shaved ice.
Wow.
Yeah, really, really. I think it's like just the texture is very fluffy, and it's really, I think it tastes a lot like shaved ice, except it's made with water, right? Not like the snowflake shaved ice where it's made from milk. Okay, so Eugene, can you read the first paragraph and I'll have Iris read the second paragraph?
Changing weather patterns and an increase in demand have led to a shortage of maple syrup. Worldwide stocks of everyone's favorite pancake topping have gone down. This has caused Canada to release 22 million kilograms of the sweet, sticky stuff into the market. Canada is the world's largest producer of maple syrup.
A warmer spring this year has reduced syrup's supplies. Maple trees need warm daytimes and freezing nighttime temperatures to produce syrup. A warmer and shorter spring led to a poorer harvest than usual. Another factor is worldwide demand for maple syrup. This has increased by more than 20% this year. One major reason for this rise is the coronavirus pandemic.
Okay, so why do you think that the pandemic is one of the reasons that there is a shortage of maple syrup? Chopper, what do you think about this?
I think it's maybe because of the coronavirus pandemic that many people feel stressed, and need some sweet to relieve their stress.
Okay, they need sweets to reduce stress.
Reduce stress.
Okay, interesting. Iris, what do you think?
As I know, the pandemic has caused inconvenience in global transportation. I heard many different industries, especially the demand for shipping has increased, and so many things are inflation. So I think pandemic is one of the reasons.
Okay, interesting. Yuqing, what about you? What do you think about this?
I think the pandemic is one of the reasons because coronavirus pandemic made people stay at home for a long time, so lots of people they cook at home. So it's so when people have time to cooking, they may buy more maple syrup because it's I think in other countries it's kind of necessary topping of everything. So I think it's a reason because people have more time at home and they need to cook, so they use more maple syrup.
Okay, interesting. Great. So everyone has different ideas about what might happen. Just to point out that people have time to cook, not people have time cooking. They want to do this, to cook. Okay, great. So for discussion questions here, what can we use maple syrup for other than dessert toppings? Do you know, do you have any ideas, Eugene?
I think we can add maple syrup into a cup of latte. Or maybe we could put it in like tea to make the flavor more unique.
Okay, so just in you talking about drinks?
Yeah.
Okay. Iris, why is maple syrup so popular?
Why? I think maple syrup has many nutrients, like minerals, and calcium, and especially its calories are less than the other syrups. I Googled it.
Oh, you Googled it?
Yeah.
Smart. Okay.
Because I have been to Canada, and many stores sells maple syrup and ice wine.
Ice wine. Ice wine is really, really good, but it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
But it tastes good.
Yeah, it's true. It's really. Oh, Iris, so do you like sweet wine? You like sweet wine, right? Do you
Yeah.
like Moscato?
Moscato?
Yeah, so if you Google Moscato, I don't know. This is one of my favorite type of wine. It's called Moscato, and it's considered more sweet. So I guess it's a sweeter version of white wine. So
It's white wine.
it's white wine, but it's sweet. So it's like
Oh.
in Chinese, I believe it's sweet white wine. So I don't know. Have you ever tried Moscato before?
Moscato.
So if
I
you
heard
go
it.
to like any supermarket or anywhere, as you can try to look for bottles where if it's white wine, if it's Moscato, it means that it's sweet. So usually Moscatos are, you would have Moscato with a dessert. It's more of a dessert wine.
Okay.
So Moscato. So I'm not sure if Chopper would like Moscato. Chopper, do you prefer what type of alcohol? Do you like, are you like a whiskey type
know.
of person? I'm just guessing.
Uh, I can test some sweet wine. I think I think I like sweet wine. But I really I don't know how is the Moscato.
Oh, Moscato. Okay, so you guys Google that
Yeah.
after class. Okay, you guys can
Okay.
check it out and see if you guys like it. It's one of my favorite type of wine. I think I like wine that is a little bit sweeter. But I also enjoy the Aboriginal rice wine. So if you ever come to Taiwan, there are a lot of different flavors. I think it's more like they make it in different ways. So some are sweet, some are sour. So it depends on the region. So like where I live in Donghe area, it's near Dulan and Duli. So all of the regions have different types of rice wine. Where you drink it, it's the same thing. They call it the same thing, but it tastes very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's nice to try it, to try very local drinks or cuisines at the place. Right. Chopper, what are other things that what other things are there shortages of? So have you heard of some things that might have shortages, and what are they?
Actually, I don't have other ideas for shortage. Of a shortage of maple syrup.
Really? I can think of a lot of shortages. Okay. Iris, I think maybe you have some ideas.
What are the things? In the pandemic, I think shortage. I think medical supplies. Yeah, and I know recently many electronic parts are shortage because one of the reason is transportation. Because our demand are quite increased, and the shipping fee is more expensive.
It has increased. Right.
think.
Okay, right. Shortages. I think there might be even shortage. I heard. Okay, so I'm someone who loves coffee and I need to have coffee every morning. And I think I've heard about people saying that there might be a shortage of coffee beans in the future. I'm very worried about that. Yeah. So of coffee beans. Like if I can't have coffee, right, in the future, I think I'd be very worried about it. Yeah. So I think that's something I've heard of shortages of. And another thing is I also enjoy having dark chocolate. Like I love like 70 75% chocolate. It's like a really good percentage, but it means that the cocoa percent is very high. And I heard that cocoa beans are also going to be a shortage in a few years because people love chocolate, right? So we can't really produce that much chocolate anymore. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think about shortages?
So sad.
I know, totally. So what do you think about shortages? Let's have Yuqing. What would affect you the most if there was a shortage? Like if you can think of anything. Can you think of some examples and how bad would these shortages be?
Yeah. I think if milk was a shortage, it may affect me the most because I always add milk into all drinks such as coffee and every kind of tea. And it's kind of personal reasons, but I think I can't live without milk tea.
You can't live without milk tea. Okay. So that means that, is there a specific type of tea though?
Yeah.
Or is it just tea in general?
So
Reason.
So what type of tea? Sorry, I didn't hear.
sorry, I didn't hear.
So what did you say about the tea? Is there a specific type of tea?
Especially black tea.
Okay, great. Iris, what about you?
I think the shortage of the face mask has the most impact during pandemic, and I remember Taiwan has enough many manufacturers to produce face mask and donate to the other countries. Yeah, I think it's, and I remember last year when I come back from China to Taiwan. Yeah, and there was no medical protecting suit clothing, yeah, for the fighting back, and therefore I had to use a raincoat to protect myself. Yes, and I was anxiety because I imagine if I got COVID-19 or some things. Yeah, so I think medical supplies is very important for a country. Yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, Chopper, what do you think?
I think if price was a shortage, I don't imagine I don't imagine about it. Yeah. Although I can't I don't have eat rice every day, but I need eat rice every week. Every week. Yeah, so I think rice was a shortage. It affect me the most.
Okay, great. So here, let's take a look at the role play. Okay, so we're talking about the best dessert topping. Okay, so you guys can think a little bit. If you don't know much about maple syrup, maybe you can take some time to take 2 minutes to research a little bit. We're going to talk about the best topping. We have maple syrup, chocolate sauce, and fruit. So try to think of reasons, right, with some examples about why you think it's the best dessert topping. So maple syrup, I'm going to give Chopper. Chocolate sauce, going to give Iris, and Yuqing will get fruit. Okay, so let's take a 2-minute break and come back to have the debate. Okay.
Sorry, so my option is fruit.
Yours is chocolate sauce. Yuqing will have fruit. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Right.